Good morning, Donahue Dolphins. It's Mr. Drohan, the assistant principal. I just want to remind everybody for the month of December, our theme for PBIS is showing responsibility for your own learning. So I just want to do some shout outs for students in pre-K through third grade. Here we go. From kindergarten, Miss Latchett. She says, Mr. Drohan, the students I would like to shout out from room 15 this week are George Perez and Jaden Gian Castro. George shows responsibility by logging on each morning before class starts, ready to learn. He also joins his reading groups on our afternoon group to work on his assignments. Jaden Gian Castro shows responsibility by completing all of his independent work. He does a great job completing his work and turning it in on time and has scored high engagement since the beginning of the year. Keep up the great work. From Miss Fisher in kindergarten, this week I would like to send a huge shout out to Delvin Yanoa and Daniel Acevedo. Delvin and Daniel demonstrate their understanding of how to be responsible on Zoom by logging in on time and staying on, participating in all activities and always having the materials ready. We are very proud of both of you. Great. From Miss White in first grade, Miss White would like to recognize Keishliani Vasquez and Jerry Ellis Barreto for modeling responsibility. Keishliani is a leader during our morning math block, staying on task and consistently following directions. During writing time, Jerry Elise stays focused and gets to work right away. Great work, girls. From Miss Bizzotto in first grade, Miss Bizzotto wants to recognize Nico Mendez and Jay Colon, who are responsible for their own learning as they go on Google Classroom after class every day and complete their independent work. Great to hear. Also from first grade, from Miss Rock. Miss Rock says, I would like to recognize Jace Heisler for always showing he is responsible during our Zoom meetings. Jace arrives on time for school every day. He is dressed for the day, up and ready. His materials are always close at hand and doesn't waste time when he is asked to get needed items for upcoming lessons. He follows classroom rules by raising his hand if he wants to speak, keeping his camera on, following classroom routines, and listening to others when they speak. That is great to hear. I would also like to recognize Jameer Crossley for his responsible behavior during school. Jameer also arrives on time for all his lessons. His materials are always ready and he meets classroom expectations by following routines. Jameer starts each day promptly at 8. He is dressed and ready to learn. He has his materials nearby and follows classroom rules by raising his hand and waiting his turn to speak, making smart choices in breakout rooms by staying on topic, and is ready to share his thinking and relevant answers. Jason and Jameer are both model students who can be counted on to make smart and responsible choices during the school day. That is great to hear. Miss Duffy and Miss Rodriguez would like to give a shout out to Jaden Gracia Rivera for being responsible. Jaden has shown responsibility by showing up to class at 8 a.m. dressed and ready to learn every day. He is also responsible by having all his materials ready for class. Jaden shows responsibility by finishing his work even when the work is challenging. That's great. Perseverance. And finally, from Miss Parent in third grade, I would really like to shout out two students. First, Michaela Rock has been listening with such respect when she comes to class. She shows up and when asked, turns on her camera. She took such responsibility for herself today during writing. She wrote an entire first draft and then stayed on the Zoom for 20 extra minutes during her lunch to continue her work. Way to go, Michaela. Miss Parent is so proud of you. Secondly, I would like to say a shout out to Janiel Mendez Ramos, has really been working and taking responsibility for his learning over the past few months. Janiel works hard to stay focused and works on his reading and writing. He is reading at a higher level now and excited to share in breakout rooms about the books he is reading. You are doing great, Janiel. Congratulations. Okay, once again, we are nearing the holiday break, so we've got about another 7 or 8 more school days left to show our responsibility during remote learning and in-person learning for those that are here in person. And then we'll be moving on to 2021, and we're hoping 2021 is a much better year than 2020. We've had a lot of stuff going on, so let's keep the faith and stay upbeat, and everyone needs to keep doing their job. Everybody, students, faculty, we're all in this together. We're going to get through this. Just stay focused, stay upbeat, and stay positive. Glass is always half full at Donahue School. Have a great weekend.